Hey guys, and welcome back to A&K's Mystery Box, and today we are looking into a Sims 4 video, and you just saw a little quick peek at one of the new homes that we will be constantly visiting in this next set of Sims 4 videos. So if you're not already tuned in to me, let's just hit the fact that Sims 4 just announced the release for Sims 4 Realm of Magic. So now we must prep ourselves. We must prep ourselves for the arrival of the fun Halloween-type game that I will enjoy so much playing when it does come. So today, we are making our household. The house has already been made, but we're going to make the people that go inside it. If you remember last time, we did build another vintage house, and that was more of a speed build. Today's more of a speed create a sim, which is why I'm giving you this intro now. The speed build that we did last time when we played Sims 4 was actually the neighboring house for the house you'll see later today. So that's all that there is to give you, and I'll cut in and give little character bios for each character that we make today, so that way you guys can kind of get an idea of where I want each sim to go, so that way if there's ever a day where I want to play the Sims and just have it recorded and I don't do a voiceover, you can still kind of follow what's going on when we're exploring the Witch and Wizards Realm of Magic, whatever you call it, game pack, when that comes out on September 10th. I may just keep continuing sitting in the lovely garden of the house that I just built, and you guys will enjoy seeing the family that lives inside. See you soon. Alrighty, so here we are with the lovely voiceover section of today's film. And so to start off things with, we started making the matriarch of the family, or the eldest member, first. So I decided to make this one Scarlet, and then just for a last name to be funny, I believe it was Tunder, or something like that, just to be kind of funny and try to make a joke off of her weight, because I did end up making her slightly heavy set in her old age. Even though I'm not making fun of obese people, I'm just saying there's a little comedy with fat old grandmas, you know? So anyway, so I gave her a bit of a vintage look as well, being that lately I've just been in a 1900s Victorian era type mood, just reading stuff lately, and most of the houses that I build on Sims 4, lately they've been of a Victorian type of theme. So being that this family is moving into one of those homes for the series, I figured we would let them be more of a Victorian theme as well. So I gave her a bit of a Victorian hairstyle, and I was looking to see if I could find any cute hats and stuff like that, just to see what would work, but apparently I did not find anything. So then I just went ahead and gave her some jewelry, and I believe I went with some type of leaf earring, if I remember correctly. Mind you, this voiceover was happening after the fact, so I don't really remember everything that I did exactly. So then I went on and gave her a nice older looking gown, something that an elderly woman might have worn back in those days. I'm not quite sure. I have seen mods and custom content to make your Sims look like they should be in the 1900s. I tried downloading those and they did not work with my computer, so I'm working off of what I have given with the games, and I figured this outfit was more than fitting for a formal outfit for that type of time period. Almost looks like she is the elderly version of Belle from Beauty and the Beast, doesn't she? Just all that yellow. You'll find out later why I actually picked this outfit. There's an actual reason why I did that, and I'll point it out in the tour later today in the Sims home at the end of the video. Alright, so for the next member of the family, we went with the next firstborn child of Scarlet, and that would end up being Whitney, Tunder. I may change that last name. I don't think it's that funny now that I'm saying it out loud. Tunder. That's just, I don't know. I may keep it for comical use. I don't know. I was trying to be funny. It may be a fail. If it's a fail, don't shoot me with a rock. But anyway, so this is what will end up being Whitney Tunder. And she's not as heavy set as her mom, but she is a little bit on the ghetto booty side. And then being that we were keeping with the whole retro vintage theme, of course I gave her the one outfit that makes her look like Rose from the Titanic. She's just I want to be Rose, bitch. So
yeah, so I just kind of just went through and, I'm not good with these voiceovers. This is why I don't do them that much. But basically, I just gave her vintage Victorian looks for all of her formal needs, and then I figured I would kind of let it slide for the swimsuit, the hot weather and cold weather, because it gets harder to do that, especially when you don't have any mods like that are there out there to do stuff like that don't work with my computer. So I also tried attempting giving her makeup. I suck with makeup. Obviously, I'm not a woman, so I don't know what goes with what. And I've seen these videos where people do like awesome makeup jobs on their games and stuff like that, and I try to keep ideas on that, but obviously, from what you see here, I'm no makeup artiste. So the next after that, we move on to Whitney's brother, which is Glance. He is the more evil brother of the family, and I gave him just a basic kind of dark, menacing type of look. Um, Although I also try to make him look somewhat like a scrawny little guy with some muscle, but not a whole lot. I didn't want to make him like super jacked. And there wasn't really many two options for men to make them look super vintage without looking like fake. So I went with this cat or snake. Why did I think cat? But snake. Oh, hello. Hi. Snake coat, whatever you call it. And then I gave him just simple boots. He's pretty much the farthest from vintage that there is, in my opinion. I don't think he looks the part at all, but it's kind of comical. Like he's just extending the lines. So now we're going to move on into the next generation, which is the children. So this is the firstborn of Whitney's daughter, and she's a teenager. We don't really know much about her yet. I have yet to really decide how her role is going to play in this whole adventure with the magic realms yet. I'm trying to give characters each little bios so that way I can kind of get an idea of like how I want them to go. And so I don't really know much with her. When I start experimenting with the family more and seeing what they do and seeing how they act before we get the game, and just kind of base their what their likes are and stuff like that on that, I think is how I will progress the characters. Is my whole point. So yeah, again, I gave her vintage look, vintage hair, stuff like that, stuff that would look of a girl her age for that time period. And then for like I said, for the hot and cold weather and stuff like that, I was very lenient and very open to what it gave me because again, the options for longer stuff, longer dresses and stuff like that, the game just doesn't like that because it thinks your sim's going to overheat. So I gave her this lovely outfit for, I think that was her formal outfit, and she looks like she belongs on the side of a river or something, is my opinion. I mean, what was I thinking when I gave her that? That just makes it look like she just crawled out of a lake. So the next kid that we're doing is the youngest of the family, and he is Glance's son, and I believe his name. So you have Victoria was the girl that we just saw. If I didn't give the name yet, Victoria, and then now we have Anderson. I have their names listed down, and I've been trying to look at this. I'm trying to do this voiceover without looking at my notes. So yeah, he's just like his father, kind of like a grimy little brat. So that's how I kind of wanted to make him look, was like, this kid looks like he could find you somewhere scary and unexpected. So, Yeah, and again with the males, there isn't a whole lot to work on with the stuff as the girls. Like, obviously, as you can see, this outfit's more glamorous looking. So there's our family. They're going to move into the house. Let's move on and see the house. All right. Thunder, Thunder. The Thunder family. So here we go. I'm starting to warm up to that a little bit. But as we enter the house and go through its glorious front door, you are welcomed by a lovely towering dome room, almost like a tower with lovely chandeliers, and it leads to the front door, which then leads to the living room kitchen area. I have it all in one, so it's kind of a nice, let's just go through, open the door, there we go. So there are some windows, there's a nice lovely decorative table that will be decorated throughout the different types of seasons. We're currently starting off in summer. Here's the lovely small living space with its photographs and fireplace, kind of a shrine to Scarlett's work in the acting. She used to be an actress. That's what I'm going to say for her story. She's an old, retired, famous person. And so yeah, and then we go down here, and there's a lovely garden room, which I thought would be nice for the family to have, like a nice, lovely, different section of a home that's lower, and it's not a total basement level, but it's a nice little drop off, and it's a nice place that's all open and airflow. There's no glass unless it's for the one room. I think there's a room on the side where it's closed off a little bit more. But here's a nice open ballroom type situation. I'm going to add more furniture as time goes, but I figured for the point of this video today, I figured there really didn't need to be any huge. And there's the house that we did last time too. But I figured there didn't need to be like a huge, overwhelming amount of furniture. As time goes on, I tend to add or take away furniture. So this is just kind of how I wanted to start off with. And so yeah, and I kind of went with the pink framework on the windows that you just saw that I'm currently not looking at, that window there, because I thought it matched the brickwork, or I guess the wallpaper. And then I have a lovely little dining area in case the family wants to come out and have like a nice formal dinner outside. They can do that. It's perfectly ceilinged, and I don't think... Nice candles. I don't think I showed it, but maybe I do in the next section here. Everything in the kitchen area is a dome. Alright, so using our tower as a lovely elevator, we are going to go up to the second floor now, where we're going to take a look and see how that goes, how that went in the building process of that. So the second floor is a... Somebody's tense. Because that music means the sim is tense, and I didn't even realize it when I was doing this video. But anyway, so I must have forgotten to do a wall, too. I must have forgotten a lot of things. So this is the second floor. There is a one bedroom, and it's kind of off here in the corner. There's no doors that separate it, and I never even finished this entire room. Like, I did part of it, but not all of it. Wow, I gotta go back and fix that. So yeah, there's that problem. So that's the second floor. Hope you enjoy. Moving on. We're gonna just ignore my mistakes. And so then the third floor is just a lofty second bedroom. This is going to be where Scarlett is going to be sleeping. And then I figured the two bedrooms down below. There's one bedroom. I don't even think we even looked at it. It's got like more glass and stuff like that. And so yeah, apparently that's the house tour based on how well I do things. So that concludes this voiceover for today's episode.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked the video, please hit subscribe, and don't forget to give the video a huge like, because it takes a lot of effort and time into making these videos for you guys so that we can enjoy them. Next time we come in to The Sims, we'll be continuing on with the family and seeing what they're doing. And yeah, all getting ready for the fall season here on YouTube is basically what we're doing. So see you guys next time. Bye.